What is the N3 Toll Concession actually doing to assist in making the roads safe, and what are officials urging travellers to actually do now? Well, Thania Dhoogra is the operational manager at the N3 Toll Concession. Let's find out from her what they're going to be doing. Thania, good afternoon. Thanks so much. Are you already seeing loads of cars? Are you already seeing people heading out to their holiday destinations for the long weekend?
Hi, Uveka. Yes, we've seen that there's been an increase in traffic pretty much from this morning, from the early hours around about 6 o'clock this morning. And we've also seen that tapered off a little bit, but it's continued to grow, and we're sitting at about 1,400 vehicles an hour. So there's a lot of people who are on the road at the moment, yeah.
I suppose they're making up for last year when they couldn't actually do this over the Easter weekend, Thania. But just give us some idea about the actual route. We know there's always construction along the N3, but are there any particular areas or routes that motorists need to be more aware of this year or this time around?
From a construction perspective, fortunately, no. Both lanes in both directions of the N3 toll route are fully open to traffic. We will, of course, need to do any closures in the event of any emergencies that might arise over this time, but at present, no, the road is fully open to traffic on the N3 toll.
All right. Are there any medical services along the route? If somebody falls ill, if something were to happen, are there sort of extra deployments in terms of medical services?
Yeah, we've the services from law enforcement, medical services, emergency services, everyone is fully deployed on the N3 toll route, extending all the way from Heidelberg down to Sadara. If you need any assistance, you'll be able to easily find it from the N3. The easiest way to do that, though, is to contact us on our 24/7 N3 helpline. That's 0800 63 4357, and we'll make sure that the necessary people get out to us.
All right. Thania, in terms of actual toll booths and things like that, over the past couple of months, I've been hearing some disturbing sort of accounts from people who have been travelling back and forth, saying there doesn't seem to be sanitizing happening at some of those booths in terms of whether you're paying with a card or you're paying with cash and someone's giving you change. Some friends, relatives have told me that it doesn't seem like the people in there, they're not sanitizing in between motorists and stuff. What sort of measures have you put in place to make sure that this is happening this particular weekend?
Look, on the N3, all of our staff follow the protocol strictly. It might not always be visible to the motorist, and we've definitely increased the visibility thereof, but our staff are instructed that they sanitize before and after every transaction. We're also encouraging people, though, to opt for a more contactless payment method. So for instance, there are self-service swipe card readers at every toll booth that the customer can use themselves. And then also, the most contactless method of payment that we have is the e-tag that's in every single lane on the N3.
All right. Any particular warnings, anything that you want to let motorists know about ahead of those? Well, some of them already on the road already, but those who are planning to leave tonight or tomorrow morning?
Well, we've been really fortunate that there have been no incidents on the N3 at all today, and the weather reports thus far is that everything's going to be clear. So, I'd just like to urge motorists to please continue to drive responsibly, share the road responsibly, obey all the rules of the road, and, ensure that everybody reaches their destination safely, to make the journey part of the part of the whole thing. Yeah, so, we're on hand to offer assistance. Like I said, 24/7, but, everybody's got their share of responsibility to ensure that we all have a safe and happy season.
Thania, in terms of those rest stops, that's also another concern for a lot of people, and what happens there, where we see busloads that might stop, where we see people stopping for loo breaks, people stopping to maybe just grab some lunch. Does that fall under your jurisdiction? Can you give us some idea of whether they've amped up also their measures in terms of safety and COVID-19 protocols?
For the direct access service stations, but I know that there's been a lot of work that's gone into the entirety of the route and ensuring that everybody is prepared, especially for COVID compliance. So all of the service providers are all ensuring that they're practicing the compliance protocols. They're sanitizing, they're wearing masks, they're practicing social distance, but it's everybody's responsibility to ensure they comply.
All right, Thania Dhoogra from the N3 Toll Concession, thank you very much for that. Hopefully that helps you plan your travelling for the long weekend. Well.